Someone told me it's all happening at the zoo. I do believe it. I do believe it's true.
You know, mothers really come in all shapes, sizes, and species, and you can come to the zoo and see that springtime is a really an exciting time at the zoo, because we have a lot of births, and so you can kind of wander around the zoo and just kind of stumble upon these different exhibits where there's babies. So you really see a really wide spectrum of involvement from the mother and care. And so I guess, you know, the most involved, you would see something with the primates like the bonobos or the Sulawesi macaques and the different animals like that, where the mothers are just really involved in the care of the baby from day one, and they stick very close, and there's a really strong bond there. And of course you have the opposite end of the spectrum, something like the Komodo dragon, where they lay their eggs and then they hatch and off they go, and they're not in the vicinity at all and don't have anything to do with maternal care. We have a lot of really good mothers here at the zoo, but I would think probably all the primates are good candidates for being really good moms. Orangutans are usually excellent mothers. That Sulawesi macaque mother that carries around her baby is an excellent mother. She would rank very high on the list. There's not really any maternal care that goes on there with much of any of the reptiles. Reproduction is something that happens when animals are healthy, and so if there's a family group of animals or a pair of animals that can reproduce, we feel, and raise babies successfully, we feel that that's a really good indicator that they are indeed happy. The budgies can actually make very good parents. Ostriches do lay eggs without the male, so they're kind of on a cycle where they will frequently just lay eggs. And ostrich egg laying is interesting, I guess, one, because the eggs are so large and dramatic when you see them, but in the wild they don't really have much of a nest. They tend to just lay eggs out in the middle of nowhere, like they're just out in the middle of the sand. Prairie dogs are an interesting family dynamic, and they do kind of operate a little town that way. They have individual homes where individual little family groups live, and you can see right now a lot of prairie dog kids at the zoo. If you go down to the zoo farm, and there's a lot of little offspring scurrying around there, and they're really fun and exciting to watch. And they work together a lot like the meerkats. Like if a predator of some kind comes around, a hawk flies over, or they hear an owl call in the evening, they give an alarm call, and they kind of twitch their tails, and they all retreat to their holes. So they always have somebody kind of on the lookout looking for predators. So they kind of take care of each other in that way. And back to mothers, the mothers are very attentive to their little offspring. So they're a fun group to watch. With animals that really need our help in the wild. The Komodo dragons and the penguins are both very good examples of that. They are both endangered in the wild, which means their numbers are very low. So anytime we can have baby penguins or baby Komodo dragons or any other animal that's endangered like they are, it's very exciting, and the staff just gets, even though they are very cute, but they're also very important for the survival of the species.
What's a gas? You got to come and see the zoo. At the zoo, at the zoo.